Welcome, Math Models. This is Ms. P, and we're going to talk about measures of central tendency, which for us means mean, median, and mode. Now, you guys are probably familiar with these already, at least a little bit. So give yourself some reminders here, just a quick glance of what each one is. Mean is that one where you add up all your data points and then divide by how many data points you had. Median is your middle number. And the mode is the number you see the most often. So pause if you need to, get down those reminders, and then flip your page over. So measures of central tendency describe the center, or the average, which is a word that you'll hear kind of all over the place. That's kind of imprecise because average sometimes means mean, average sometimes means median, average sometimes also means mode. So these are just more precise terms for average. So the mean tells you if all my data points were the same, what would the value be? So you'll see here down here we have salaries for some nurses. This means if all of these nurses made the same salary, what would they be making? So as you can see here, this nurse gets paid a lot more than this one. So if we were to even that out, what would they get? So to find the mean, you add all the data points, then divide by how many points you have. So go ahead and do that. I'm going to add those all up. And when you add, you get $299,400. So the hospital or the clinic where these nurses work is spending this much in total to pay them all. And then there are 6 nurses, so we're going to divide by 6. And that gives us $49,900. So if we were to pay all 6 nurses the same amount with the same total of money, they would be making $49,900 each. Usually, though, when we talk about average salary, we're talking about the median. So let's look at median. And to find the median, write the data points in order and then find the middle number. If there are 2 middle numbers, add them, then divide by 2. So now we're going to go ahead and find the median for this list of nurse salaries. So right now they're not in order, so we got to put them in order. First that one. So I've put the salaries in order. If you need to, pause the video and double check yours. So then I need the middle number. Now, when I look at my list, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got 6 salaries, 6 nurses here. So I actually have 2 middle numbers. So I am going to add them together and then divide by 2 to actually get the median. And when I add those together and divide by 2, I end up getting $50,450. So as you can see, the mean and median are not always the same. In this case, this nurse right here, who's getting paid a lot less than most of the others, is kind of pulling that mean down so that it's lower than the median. Now you can also find this on the calculator. You've probably done something like this before. You're going to go ahead and start a new document. So grab your calculator and start a brand new document and tell it you do not need to save what's already there. Then you're going to go to a list and spreadsheet page. Now go up to the very top and label it with something. I'm going to put N for nurses. And then I'm going to put in my data points. Now they don't need to be in order. They can be in any order you want. In fact, I'm just going to go ahead and put it like this. All right, so I've got my data entered, and I always like to scroll back to the top so that when you do this, the mean will be listed at the very top. So go ahead and scroll back to the top. Then you're going to press Menu, Statistics, Stat Calculations, One Variable Statistics, press Enter. Then choose the column label or column name. Now watch what I'm doing. You're going to press the right arrow twice, and then you should have the list of any column names available. Choose the one you used for nurses. Press Enter again. One more time. Okay, so check a little lower than that. So your mean is listed as X bar. It's X with this line on top. We call it X bar. Let me write that down. This is called X bar. So X bar, that's your mean. And as you can see, it's exactly the same as what we got before. Go us. How awesome. And the median is further down the list. So let's look at that, and it's going to be called median X. And there you go. So 50,450. Which again is exactly what we had before. Yay! So we got the same answers. You can do it a little bit more by hand, step by step, or you can just let the calculator do all the work for you. It's totally fine. All right, last one is mode. Now, unfortunately, the calculator is not going to do mode for you, not in that statistics view, but you're just looking for the most common data point. And I have a new data set for us. And so you're going to look for the data point that is listed the most number of times. Now, there can be more than one. There can be more than one mode, or there could be no modes at all. Sometimes that'll happen. Now, I'm looking at my data set and I'm going, oh, 1 is listed 3 times. So maybe that's the mode. 5, 5, 5 is listed 3 times. And everything else is just there once. So my modes, I have 2 of them this time, are 1 and 5. So there are measures of central tendency, and thank you for watching.